All right, what's good? We're gonna learn how to do an ollie. An ollie. So an ollie, if you're new to skateboarding and fingerboarding, is when you take the board and you get air by bouncing off that tail. That's what we call pop. Because what happens is when it bounces, use that leverage to pop backward. It kind of bounces back, and use momentum to go forward to get the air. So at first, let me give you an example of what an ollie might look like. Now, with any trick, finger placement can be key. So with this, take your back finger or foot, put it back there on the back of that tail. See what I'm doing? And then that first finger, you can't see the bolts really. See that screw right there? All right, so that is the inner screw. There's 4 screws here. So inside right here, put that finger like that. Now I find that the more you have, flesh on the grip, the more control you have. Okay, so let's break her down into some steps and make it a little easier. So the whole foundation of this trick is the bounce right here. You feel that? That's the pop. Get a feel for that. Just use your finger, back finger, and just bounce it. You'll feel it kind of bounce back. Now, take that and start doing it with both fingers on there. And you'll start to feel it bounce back the more you pull back. Now this next step, it's not essential to learning it, but it helps a lot of people. Now, you combine it with going backwards in reverse, which is called fakie stance, backwards. So the step is pop that, let it bounce up, get it like that, and try to lean back with it, like you're holding it in the air, like I'm doing right now, and then just go forward with it. Just go, ooh, and then just start going less and less back. Instead of going all the way back, start getting like here, and then here, and then here. And as you do that, focus on going forward. Because this next step is all about going from here and focusing on that first finger, taking that nose forward. Because this is all basically like it's like a rainbow. You like pop, level out, come down. And that's the key too, is leveling out. Wherever your fingers go, that's where that board's going to follow, especially that back finger. So after you got that last step down of going backwards and going less and less back, you're going to focus on that first finger going forward, level out, and go straight down to that nose. So you're going to, as soon as that thing bounces, that tail bounces off the ground, focus on just going like this. It's like a rainbow, like I'm saying. So as soon as it bounces off that tail, go forward. Okay, so after that last step, and you feel like you've got it, pretty comfortable with you, get the muscle memory, you can get all 4, wheels off the ground. It's time to make it pretty. Let's level it out. Let's get it clean. Let's make it look a little stylish. Now, you can still continue to use fakie stance, because fakie ollies are going to be a key of, it's a foundation trick too. Any other stance, nollie, switch ollie, they're all going to be fundamental foundations to whatever comes in the future. So use that fakie and use that momentum, because what happens is you're going against the momentum, and then you're going against it again to go forward, and it just really helps some people to really catch on to the ollie. Now the final step, we're almost done. It's all about getting more height and leveling out. So leveling out is when it's the peak of your ollie. It's the highest point of your ollie, and it's usually wherever the back finger is in the air at the highest. That's just where that board's going to stay. And it's really, it's in the wrist. If you watch my wrist, it's like if your fist is forward towards my, like say, like this, for instance. Think of it like turning a doorknob. That's the way my wrist turns, but with my fingers this way instead of like this. So if you watch my wrist instead of the board, you'll see it's in the arm and wrist, and that's basically where most of the trick is coming from. And then you don't put much weight on the board that at all, really. Now I do highly recommend using a kicker ramp, which I don't have on me right now, to get more air, and I can show you more tips with those later on, or you can private message me and I will definitely break down how to use a kicker ramp to learn how to do an ollie. But definitely any kind of obstacle, you can put a piece of tape on the table, just anything. You can use another board. But getting an obstacle in your way, for some reason, it tricks the mind, and you end up doing more air and catching more air every time. I don't know. It just works for me, and it's worked for a lot of other people that I've taught and that I've learned from. If y'all stuck around to the end, thank you all so much. I love each and every one of y'all. I love this community and I just love giving back. And right now, this is really the only way I can really give back. And I thought a tutorial series that really breaks down each trick and explains them into detail. And I just thought that'd be great for the community. And I really hope my tutorial and the way I teach can help people learn and enjoy fingerboarding. And if anybody gets stuck on learning anything, especially this ollie, I'm just this video is just it's all about the ollie rock. No, but for real, if you get stuck on it, just send me a private message and I'll hook you up with some more tips and whatever. But I'm on Instagram, Ghost Malone, James Dunlap on Facebook. Y'all just have a great night, have a great day, blah blah blah. Blessings.